It's over. Finished. The Pittsburgh Penguins will, in fact, not make the 2024-25 Stanley Cup playoffs. I am Dan Kingerski on the Pittsburgh Hockey Now platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and wherever else I choose to post this. You knew they weren't going to make the playoffs, but they went rather meekly on Sunday, losing to the second worst team in the NHL and doing so rather lifelessly. Losing to Chicago 3-1 here at the United Center. In fact, I'm in the media room. They're working out there, and I figured this was just a little bit easier to have the conversation with you. I'm in a little bit of a salty sort of mood. Maybe you saw on television, I felt like I tried to give Mike Sullivan a little bit of a softball. He hit it right back at me. Here's the crux. And I think you and I are going to be very much in agreement on this. No, the Penguins didn't have a very good season, and Sullivan certainly admitted that. They're not where they want to be. They're trying to get to the next phase, the next steps, and they're working hard every day to get there. Okay, yada, yada, yada. So I asked, I followed up my question with a whole nother question. Does the inclusion of the rookies, Rutger McGroarty, Ville Koivunen, help? Does it help turn the page? Does it help to look forward because you have those guys? Now, that's the question. I mean, the obvious premise is that if you don't have the rookies and you miss the playoffs for the third straight year, well, you're in trouble, right? However, because of the inclusion of those two youngsters, there's a lightness, there's a good atmosphere around the team despite the circumstances. Nah, Sullivan was having none of that. I got the no answer. And he expounded on it further. That's for you guys. That's what the media does. That's what the media talks about. We're trying to win every game. We're trying to get better, so on and so forth. I was like, man, here I am putting the ball on the tee for you, letting you swing away, and you hit it back at me like that. So I was kind of like, whatever. See if I do that again. The Penguins lose 3-1. Let's talk a little bit about the game before we circle around to Evgeny Malkin having some fun with Alex Ovechkin in the locker room and generally what we saw this weekend. Because you saw it again on Saturday, or Sunday, rather. Well, you saw it Saturday and again on Sunday. So let's talk about the game. The Penguins were lifeless. They slumbered through the first 40 minutes mostly. Get this. At the 37-minute mark, the two teams combined for 30 shots. They also combined for 29 giveaways. If you watched that one, to flip Mike Lang's expression, not shame on you for 6 weeks, good on you for 6 weeks. You earned a beer on Sunday night if you stuck through that game and persevered, because that was brutal. No energy, no intensity. It was like taking the kids for ice cream in the station wagon on a Sunday afternoon, nowhere to go, nowhere to be. Late in the second period, the Penguins' warts. Stop me if you've heard this before. The Penguins' defensemen made catastrophic mistakes. I know. Hard to believe. You've never seen it before. Never happens. Breakaway goals. Just unbelievable breakaway goals. Let's talk about the first goal. Actually, a shorty by Frank Nazar at, 1:05 to go in the second period. Because it's actually a Penguins power play, chance to get up in the game, a scoreless, lifeless game. Erik Karlsson pinches. Bad move, doesn't get puck nor man. Here comes Chicago. 2-on-1. Chris Letang collapses on the puck carrier, but gets neither puck nor man. That allows for an easy pass from Teuvo. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me Teuvo Teravainen. Taps the puck over to Nazar. breakaway goal, 1-0 Chicago. Second goal, middle of the third period. I kind of thought this is what put the game away. The Penguins kind of got back into it, but this was this was the game winner when Connor Timmins got caught flat-footed at center ice, and there went Mikheyev, just right on by him like he was a security guard at a Taylor Swift concert. Just woo, there he went. So it's 2-0 Chicago. Rickard Rakell scores later in the third period. Let's talk a bit about the Penguins rookies, those aforementioned rookies who, us media folks are talking about. They played really. I thought Rutger McGroarty was one of the best Penguins forwards on Sunday. I thought Ville Koivunen, I even said to him after the game, man, I thought when you went around Korchinski, you had it. And he kind of like, yeah, I'll get there. In second period, he took a nice little touch pass from Malkin at the mid-wall and just turned Korchinski inside out on his way to the net. And I'm thinking, all right, kid, here you go. Here's your first NHL goal. Spencer Knight makes the save. Koivunen later gets an assist on Rakell's goal. Those two guys, I do think it imperative that the Penguins do keep up that competitive facade. You don't want to expose those two guys to laziness, lifelessness, misery, so on and so forth. Alex Nedeljkovic, really good on Sunday. Just the goals, the opportunities the Penguins defensemen are giving up they are incredible, aren't they? This is, 4 games in a row now we've watched breakaways. No one gets breakaways in the NHL in 2024-25. You get one every so often. The Penguins are giving them up every period. Multiple per period. So it's I don't know what to tell you. I think at this point, piling on the Penguins defenseman is kind of like your uncle talking politics at the Thanksgiving table. Whichever way he goes, right, left, doesn't really matter. It almost becomes zealotry if I were to keep talking about the Penguins defenseman. You see it, I see it. I don't know how Mike Sullivan has kept those pairings together. Chris Letang and Matt Grzelcyk, not good together. Connor Timmins and Erik Karlsson, a pair of righties, terrible together. Timmins is listed on the right side, but Erik Karlsson is kind of shoving him over to the left side in practical reality. In fact, that breakaway goal, Timmins was in fact on the left side, not the right. It's probably some pretty poor coaching there because we've watched the breakaways for some time now. Since these pairings got together, the breakaways have been exponential, and it's not on the forwards. Take it for what you will. So from the United Center, it's officially over. The Penguins won't make the playoffs. They cannot catch the Montreal Canadiens. Do me a favor, hit the tip jar. We've got a lot more hockey to cover because we still have one more road game. That's New Jersey. Then we've got Wilkes-Barre, Scranton. And as much as I enjoy a Circle K hot dog, by the way, combos were 50 cents in Dallas at the Circle K. It was fantastic. I was like, yep, my briefcase actually has a handful of bags still in there. But we appreciate your help in keeping all of this going as we add travel costs to the coverage for you this season. Like, subscribe, and we will see you back in Pittsburgh. I do have another couple of videos to do, some Q&A at the hotel room. You'll like my hotel room view. Hotel was cheap. The view, priceless. All right, we'll talk soon. From Chicago, terrible game. Having some fun, I guess. Have fun.